I am a fan of Modi, so...
Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a rousing welcome as he arrived in New York on Tuesday on the first leg of his maiden state visit to the United States. PM Modi was received at the airport by Indian Ambassador to the US Taranjit Singh Sandhu and India's permanent representative to the UN Ruchira Kamboj. On the first day of his visit, the Indian Premier met eminent thought leaders and exchanged views and briefed them about the reform trajectory of his government to foster economic growth. The Prime Minister also met with experts in healthcare, technology and education sectors and discussed the national education policy, tuberculosis elimination efforts and policy making, among other topics. Let's go over the highlights of day 1 of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's US state visit. PM Modi met Twitter chairman and Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, who said that he had an excellent conversation. When asked about ex-CEO Jack Dorsey's allegations against the Indian government, Musk said that Twitter has no choice but to follow the local government. The Twitter CEO said, and I quote, "I'm a fan of Modi." He further said, and I continue to quote, "It was a fantastic meeting with the Prime Minister and I like him a lot. He visited our factory a few years ago, so we have known each other for a while. I'm incredibly excited about the future of India. I think India has more promise than any large country in the world," Musk said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Nobel laureate Professor Paul Romer held discussions on India's digital journey, including the use of Aadhaar and innovative tools like DigiLocker. They also discussed various initiatives being undertaken by India for urban development. After the meeting, Modi took to Twitter. His tweet read, "Glad to have met noted economist and Nobel laureate Professor Paul Romer. We had extensive conversations on leveraging technology to improve lives. We also talked about how to make our cities more sustainable and people-friendly." The Indian Premier also met astrophysicist, author and science communicator Neil deGrasse Tyson. They exchanged views on inculcating scientific temperament among youth. The Ministry of External Affairs said that the two discussed at length India's rapid progress in the space sector, including various space exploration missions being undertaken by India. The Prime Minister and Tyson also discussed opportunities for the private sector and academic collaboration under India's newly launched National Space Policy. Modi's tweet after the meet read, "Talked space, science and related issues with Neil deGrasse Tyson, highlighted steps India is taking to reform the space sector and draw more youngsters towards science as well as innovation," Modi tweeted. The Prime Minister and Buddhist scholar Professor Robert Thurman exchanged perspectives on how Buddhist values can act as a guiding light for finding solutions to global challenges. They also discussed India's connection with Buddhists and efforts being made by India for the preservation of Buddhist heritage. The PM's tweet after the meeting read, "The interaction with Bob Thurman was outstanding. I admire his passion towards research and scholarship on aspects relating to Buddhism. I highlighted India's Buddhist heritage and how Buddhism can help overcome many challenges our world faces." The Prime Minister also held a meeting with distinguished American mathematician, academician, public intellectual and author Professor Nassim Nicholas Taleb. In his conversation with Professor Taleb, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also highlighted the risk-taking abilities of India's young entrepreneurs and the growing startup ecosystem in India. His tweet later said, "Professor Taleb has interesting perspectives on many issues and I had the opportunity to hear them on some of those subjects." PM Modi also met Grammy Award-winning Indian-American singer Falguni Shah and praised her for bringing the people of India and the US together through her music. Modi lauded Shah for her song Abundance in Millets, which raises awareness regarding healthy and environment-friendly millets. Apart from this, Modi also met a group of leading US experts from the health sector and discussed various matters pertaining to the domain of health, including the use of digital technologies for quality healthcare, great focus on integrative medicine and better healthcare preparedness. He met academicians and think tank experts. PM Modi also met experts from several leading US think tanks and discussed a range of developmental and geopolitical issues. He also invited them to enhance their presence in India as it embarks on its transformation through the Amrit Kaal. Lastly, the Indian Premier wrapped up the first day of his US visit after issuing a message on International Yoga Day.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.